Alright, in this video we're going to talk about working with the widgets in the sidebar. Alright, so let's go to the back end, and under Appearance we're going to find our widgets. Let's go ahead and go to that section. And first I want to look at the sidebar widget area. And right now what we have on at this demo, I have these 5 in place. A couple text widgets, our ad widgets, Twitter, and our top recent section, which is right here. By default, you don't need to add search. It's going to automatically show up for you. So just assume that you do not need to drag over a widget for your search. This one, we're not using this. By default, your search is going to show up. So below that, we have our popular section. Which we see right here, top recent post widget. And if I open this up, all I did was give it a name for each tab. Popular tab, our recent post tab, our comments tab. You're probably going to want to name it the same thing. I don't know what other option there is. Name it, save it, it's going to do the rest for you. Close this. Below that is our Twitter feed. You're going to want to give that a title. I've given it our latest tweets, which you can see right here, as well as your Twitter ID, and that's going to show your 2 most recent tweets. Below that I have my ads, and the ads widget are 125 or 125 ads. You're going to need to upload your actual image, whether that's through the media library or some other way, that's up to you, and then paste in the URL to that ad, and as well as your URL for what happens when it's clicked. Alright, and close this. Below that we have our 2 text widgets, and these are great for doing just standard arbitrary text or actually pasting in embed code. So if you have a video or something else, you can actually paste that in. So I've pasted in some code here, as well as use the short code for the tooltip. So if we come to the front end, scroll down here a little bit, and I hover over this, you'll see the shortcode, the tooltip for the shortcode. So you can actually use these boxes with the combination of using your shortcodes that come with this theme. Close this. Alright, so like I said before, you can actually use other widgets and drag those over, such as, let's see, pages. So if I drag this one over here, it's going to work. Pages, go ahead and save it. There we are, there's my pages. So you can work with a few different widgets built in. Aside from the ones we created for this theme, by default you're going to be able to use the majority of these widgets to just drag them over there and use them in your sidebar. Alright, let me get rid of this. Same with your footer widget area. This sidebar section, widget section is for here. And it's going to do the same thing. You can use the majority of these widgets, and they're all drag and drop. Right now I'm using some menus, archive, and some text. Maybe I want this text to be last. I'm just going to drag it over to be last. Let me go ahead and update this. Now my text is last. But one other thing I need to point out here is that some of the widgets that work in the sidebar do not work in the footer, such as the ones we've developed for this theme. Our Twitter feed, our recent posts, custom one, our ads. So if you look real quick, I added the latest tweet feed, and look what happened. It messes it up. It doesn't work with that. So a couple of these custom ones aren't going to work. Your other ones, such as your text HTML, your menus, those will. So just make sure you make a note of that. Alright, so now I need another one from our footer widget area, which I'll add real quick right now. I'll do, let's see, a custom menu, if I can get it over here. Let's see, main menu. I'll go ahead and choose a menu from my created menu list. Main, save, and if I come back and refresh, hopefully scroll down. Now I have my main menu, and clearly it's a bit too long, so I'm gonna go back there and change that. But either way, that'll cover it for widgets.